I'm just excited I get to finally meet some of the actors of Power Rangers. Okay, my first question is that.
My only.
Okay, one question. Okay, it's for Dan.
Yes, sir.
Well, originally I read somewhere was that originally in Time Force your character was supposed to die during the final episode. So how did you feel then when you first did you realize you were supposed to die and why did they change it?
Well, I know that they were following the storyline from the Japanese version.
Yeah.
And I know that the character died in that version. So I was playing him as a tragic character throughout the story arc. And then I was delighted that I finally didn't die. Because, you know, before then, I was a stuntman and I played characters in films and I was dying in every film I'd ever done. I can't tell you how many times I've died and how many ways. By the time I go on my real deathbed, it'll be peaceful in comparison. But I was happy to finally survive the end of a flick, show, or episode. Intact.
My first question is for the original Rangers. What was it like for you guys on the last day?
Ooh, wow. Good question.
Mine was sad. I remember when I first talked to Shooky and all the people and said, you know, I wanted to leave the show and there was this big thing and anyways, they were like, yeah, that'll be great. We'll do 10 extra episodes. We'll start it off and we'll write you out and it'll be great and we'll make sure that the fans, are able to, say goodbye and whatever. And the next time I was on set, that was my last day.
Wow.
So, and I didn't even get to say goodbye to you guys. I didn't even get to say goodbye to them. So, welcome to Hollywood.
So needless to say, when I stepped in for Aisha, there was a little bit of confusion when I was in the makeup room and she was outside shooting. I had never met her, but I heard wonderful things about you. And I love you. So it was, that was a bit of confusion going on.
She was a kid. She didn't even get to come back as an adult to say goodbye to us.
Yeah.
She was so cool.
It's a business, but I think, at the end of the day, it was just business for them. So, yeah, it was just business for them. But yeah, it was a weird situation because, I'm sure when she came on set, it was just like, okay, so it was weird for all of us. But it was, I had a great time, great experience, and look at the blessing that she was able to get from it. So there you go. It all works out.
I guess it was kind of the same. My last day was not really my last day. It was like just another day. And then things just kind of got weird and awkward and crazy and business-like. And then it was like, okay, well, I guess that was the last day. So, but, I enjoyed all the days that I was there, and I enjoyed the work I was able to do, and I enjoy all the fans that I've made worldwide from the show. So I appreciate the opportunity to reach out and touch you guys and be touched by you guys. And so that last day was that last day, and I got many more new days. So there you go.
I'll tell you what, the rap party rocks, though. There was one banging rap. I don't know about you guys. Okay, maybe I don't know.
One last question, Rita. Can you please do Make My Monster Grow?
Do I have any flashback? Didn't I just do that? Oh, I said it. Make my monster grow!
Hello. Rocky, you were always my favorite Ranger, despite what anybody else says. You're the best Red Ranger. Sorry to you guys, but Rocky was the best.
That's right, that's right.
It's okay,
Keep going. Now here's but this is a sad question for me because I had to sit through Forever Red listening to Cole scream and be his little hippie gimmick or whatever he was doing. Where were you?
Austin and I rock, paper, scissors for Forever Red.
But you're better than he is.
I'm just kidding.
Yes, he is! Don't deny it!
All right over here. No, actually, what happened was I was supposed to be in there, and they called me, and then I said, okay, well, call me when you guys are ready for me, and then I moved because I hadn't heard from them, and then they didn't know how to get a hold of me, so I kind of missed out on that one.
You rock, Walter. Best sausage trucker I've ever had.
Hi. I saw a video on YouTube recently. I had a convention with Jason and Frank, and he was kind of annoyed with the whole fact that the Rangers had to, when there weren't Rangers, they wore the color-coded outfits. And I was wondering, do you guys have any pet peeves about the show? I mean, you guys all love it because I mean, you shared all those experiences. But do you guys have any particular pet peeves about the show?
The red beret I had to walk around. I was trying to pin that thing up and make it look cool, but I looked like a painter from France.
My pet peeve was that it was non-union. Wished it was union.
My pet peeve is I never got to hook up with Angela.
Oh man.
That was my pet peeve too.
I never got a man either. Like, what's up with that? Kimberly got all the guys. I didn't get anybody.
Oh.
For me, it was probably, we used to shoot in really, really hot locations or really windy locations, so out here and with everywhere, and it's just uncomfortable.
I don't think I had any pet peeves. I think I was so in shock of being on set all the time with the Power Rangers. I don't really think I had any pet peeves, although that it was non-union. That's a bummer. You got my haircut going on over there, huh? I like it.
I remember there. What was that I for? Gosh, there's a story I want to tell you. Like, we would be working for like many hours in a day, and I would get home and I'd barely have time to take a shower and have dinner and go to bed before I have to get up again and go back to work. And I remember falling asleep like with food in my mouth. I was having dinner in front of the TV, and when I woke up, I had all this rice like dripping out of my mouth. I can't believe I just fell asleep with food in my mouth.
Right, lake bed, out in the desert, it's like 110 degrees, and you get on spandex, and you know, after about 4 or 5 hours, it can get a little annoying.
I guess for me it was shooting in Death Valley. We constantly had to drink water or else we were gonna really hurt ourselves. And we actually had somebody go to the hospital, right guys? But I guess that was for me, Death Valley in spandex, in black.
Pet peeve was, oh, I had it. Hava Nagila on the wedding day. If any of you noticed.
Oh, and you crushed
That was the wedding song. Yeah. Well, I said Rita were Jewish. That was cool. I guess that the fact that it was a non-union show.
I guess the same thing, non-union, and when it became union at one point, they wanted to lower my salary. I had 3 episodes left, and they wanted to drop me down to $300 an episode for 3 shows. But I called and I said, I think that's a little tacky, don't you? And they gave me my salary. And also, there was a point there where I was possibly going to play Rita and do the voice. And my pet peeve is that I never got to do that. And as Carla's was not doing the voice, she wanted to do the voice. So we shared that pet peeve. We wanted to be one whole person. I think it was the not being respected by the company. We got our jackets, our Power Ranger jackets, and they asked us to pay for them. There's a lot of tacky things, but I think I'm done now.